Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Yap Reel, where this week we will be discussing Best Picture winner CODA and taking a look at the 2025 Oscar nominees. I am your host, Lanie and Josie.
And I'm your other host, Josie Hellier. We'll be right back with our main topic after this message.
SGA will be hosting a Price is Right event on April 1st from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the St. Joseph Dining Hall. Be on the lookout for more information from SGA about the event soon.
Today we'll be discussing CODA, and that stands for Child of Deaf Adults. All right, Lainey, tell me what you thought about that film overall.
I really loved CODA. I had been wanting to watch it for a really long time, so I was excited when I saw that we would be watching this film in this class, and it was another film that I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed it. I knew a decent amount about the film, but I didn't know a lot about the plot line going into it. So that was definitely a really fun story and really heartwarming, and just a really family-oriented, heartwarming movie.
Yeah, so I'm kind of I really enjoyed the film, but I'm opposite. I honestly have never heard of this film before it was assigned to us. And so I went in kind of completely blind. Obviously, I looked up what CODA meant. So that's about all I knew going into it. But something I really liked after researching the film is that they hired real deaf actors, and they didn't just hire hearing actors that knew ASL. They hired real deaf actors, and I felt like that really added to the emotion you see when you see them signing to each other.
Yeah, you are completely right. And it's also super interesting that Marlee Matlin actually was the first deaf actor to win an Academy Award for her performance in a film, I think, in the 80s. I can't remember exactly which film. For her role in Children of a Lesser God, which I haven't seen, but I've been a fan of Marlee Matlin for a really long time. I know that Troy Kotsur won an Academy Award for, I believe, Best Actor. It might be Best Supporting.
I think it was Best Supporting Actor.
Best Supporting Actor. So he was the first male deaf actor to win an Academy Award, and that was also super cool to learn about this film.
It gets away with kind of being a cliche coming of age film, but it's not. It's so different than any movie I've seen, but you see those same plot lines that you've seen in other coming of age films, but this one's just so different and it stands out so well. And I thought Emilia Jones did a great job at being a teenage girl, even though not everyone can relate to being the only hearing child in a family. You can still, I feel like a lot of teenagers can see themselves in Emilia Jones, Ruby Rossi, and just how difficult it is to be a teenager.
I had the same thoughts. Yeah, so watching the film, I was like, man, this is so cheesy, but I love it so much.
Right.
It didn't even bother me that there was so many aspects of it that were classic cliches of these types of films, because it was different. It was, like you said, it wasn't anything else that we've ever seen before.
Yeah. And, I was a little upset when I found out she didn't get any nominations for her role. I felt like she could have been nominated for something. I really enjoyed her performance in CODA. Let's discuss Oscar nominations this year. All right, Lainey, tell me if you've seen any of the Best Picture nominees.
So unfortunately, I have not. I've seen some of The Substance.
Oh, I love The Substance. I love The Substance.
But I'm definitely not qualified to make any judgments about Best Picture this year. I definitely need to get caught up and do some watching.
Yeah, so I've seen Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. So I'm Still Here, and Emilia Perez. So maybe I'll squeeze those in before Sunday. We'll see. Out of all those, if I could pick, if it was up to me, it would be between Conclave and The Substance. I really enjoyed both those films. Demi Moore, so great. She's so good. I love Demi Moore.
I would love to see The Substance take that award home, especially, it being a body horror-oriented film.
Mm-hmm.
Horror is such a, often underrated genre when it comes to awards. So it would be really cool to see that take that award home. But because you don't see horror taking home those awards a lot, I do kind of doubt that we'll see it happen.
I'm very happy that Demi Moore at least is getting recognition for her role. Last night she just won the SAG Award for Best Actress. And so it's really awesome to see horror get recognition. I think we're both pretty big fans of horror. And it's not always a genre that resonates with a lot of people, even though there are some films that are just outstanding in that genre. Let's talk about actor in a leading role. Our nominees for actor in a leading role are Adrien Brody in The Brutalist, Timothée Chalamet in A Complete Unknown, Colman Domingo in Sing Sing, Ray Fiennes in Conclave, and Sebastian Stan in The Apprentice. Have you seen The Apprentice?
I have not, but I have heard people saying, surprisingly good things about it, especially Sebastian Stan's performance.
I've heard good things about it as well, and that's definitely a film I would like to catch sometime in the next year or so. I'm putting Best Picture nominees higher on my priority list of films I'm going to watch soon, just so I can have a good understanding. But seems like the race is between Adrien Brody and Timothée Chalamet. Do you have any opinion on this?
I don't, but I can definitely see Timothée Chalamet taking it home. I think it was just last night he won an award.
Yeah, he just won the SAG last night, which for the longest time it did look like Adrien Brody was going to be winning this because he's been winning a lot of the awards. And Timothy winning the SAG last night really, shook some things up, and people are like, it could go either way here.
Yeah, I think Timothy's been popular for a really long time, but like he said, he hasn't won a ton of awards, and now he's starting to really get recognition.
And it is ridiculous that this is the first time Timothy is being recognized. He's great in both Dune movies. The only issue I would have with The Brutalist winning is they did use AI.
Ooh.
They used AI to make, I believe it was to make the Hungarian easier for Adrien Brody to speak. They used it for dialogue. And I'm just okay, then you gotta hire an actor that knows Hungarian, or you give him more time to perfect it. You don't use AI. So that's how I'm I just don't know. He was great in The Brutalist, absolutely. I love that movie, but I'm just not sure. I think that someone that used AI should win.
I agree. I'm not exactly happy about the increase in usage of AI in films. I mean, for one, it's taking work away from talented artists, and like you said, they could have hired an actor who actually spoke Hungarian. Have you seen Sing Sing?
I haven't seen Sing Sing. Have you?
I have not, but I really want to, because I think it was one of the first films, or one of the first in a long time, that was actually aired in prisons.
Oh, really?
So I thought that was really interesting, and so I'm intrigued to watch it.
That is really interesting. And I would also like to talk about original score. Our nominees are The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. I need to watch The Wild Robot, but I'm scared to because it'll make me cry.
I have heard that.
I have a hard time watching movies that I know are going to make me cry. However, I don't have a problem with the nominees here, except maybe Emilia Perez, but that's a whole another story. I have a problem that Challengers was not nominated for original score or editing. Did you watch Challengers this year?
No, I'm so bad at watching recent films.
That's all right. When you have the chance, watch Challengers. It had such an amazing score. It was just so original. It's not anything like any of these nominees we see right here. It's just it's very standout. And so that's why I was very upset with that. And to wrap this up, let's talk about actress in a leading role between Cynthia Erivo in Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon, and Emilia Perez, which I think we...
yeah, there's some controversy there.
There's a lot of controversy with her in Twitter. Mikey Madison in Honora, Demi Moore in The Substance, and Fernanda Torres in I'm Still Here. I have not seen I'm Still Here yet.
I don't think I've even heard of I'm Still Here.
You should look at the standings on Letterboxd. It's all fives almost.
Wow.
It's outstanding, the reviews. I need to watch that as well. However, if I could have it my way, Demi Moore.
I agree, but I think it's going to be Cynthia.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, I could see Demi possibly, but I just think Cynthia, she's got the popularity edge.
Yeah. In film Twitter space, that sounds really pretentious of me. Mikey Madison's a front runner for a lot of people, which is interesting. But I really did like Honora. That is a beautiful film, very sad story, but Mikey Madison's great in that.
I like Mikey Madison, but I feel like she's still kind of an upcoming actress.
Yeah, for
and so
sure.
that's why I could see like that hindering her winning the Oscar.
I just want to let everyone know, if Demi Moore wins, I will be jumping out of a window because I'm just so excited for her. She is, like, if you've seen the film, you know it's kind of about how Hollywood, or just life in general gets rid of women once they hit a certain age. So for her to be at her age and being nominated for this film that is talking about how they kick older women out, it's amazing. And she does a really great job. JCOM will be hosting the Home Run Derby on March 27th with the Honors Club, and we'll be giving out some special prizes, so be sure to keep an eye out for more information. That wraps up this episode of The App Reel. Join us for our next episode where we will discuss even more films.